dick!
What the fuck? God. Well, I guess that's true. I am a dick. The reason I play that soundbite is I'm doing the last second prep. Literally, this popped up right before I hit record. I'm like, dude, we have to start the show with this. Welsh Ambulance Service said these are the most inappropriate calls to the 999 emergency number. Over there, it's 999. Here in the U.S., it's 911. And basically, every dispatcher could probably say, "You're a dick," after all these calls.
You're a dick!
They could. They could. This is the first one. I got my finger stuck in a beer bottle, and it will not come out. First of all, don't stick your finger in a beer bottle. There's a good chance it's going to get stuck. And two, how about you just break it? Huh? Do you really need to call the emergency line for that? Dumbass. This one blows my mind because they're calling about their pet alligator. Their pet alligator. It got loose. I'm scared to death. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's under the sofa. If you have a pet alligator, you should be able to handle the fact if it's out of its cage, okay? Why the fuck do you have it if you can't be around it? That'd be like me like freaking out. Oh my God, my cat. My cat Gary's loose. God damn it. He looked at me. Holy shit. Holy shit. Gary looked at me. He's an orange tabby and he wants to kill me. People. This one, though, might be my favorite. I stuck my finger in a plug socket and I felt no effect, but I'm ruling out not yet if I electrocuted myself. What? You may have. I electrocuted myself. I'm pretty sure I could be dead. What if they would have ended like, I might be a ghost. Oh my God, I might be a ghost. Fucking people. This is where like you just like you send the first responders over there and they just kick them in the dick and leave. Emergency, you called about your finger stuck in a beer bottle? Yes, thanks for showing. Oh, why'd you kick me in the junk? Because we got other stuff to do, bro. Oh my God, people. Don't do that shit. They've had people calling because they're locked outside of their house. Call a fucking locksmith. Jeez, my goodness gracious, people. I could never do that job. I could never be a dispatcher. One, for the depressing stuff and the high adrenaline situations, but then dealing with that, like, no. But I will save this call because it's humorous and we'll use it at the Christmas party. Oh my God. So absurd. Speaking of absurd, we got a lot of stuff to get into today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening or watching. And don't forget, today's show is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. They got the largest selection of odds on everything from football, the NBA, college basketball, to NHL and UFC. BetOnline is your number one sports betting source for the new year. Every touchdown to three-pointers and hat tricks, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, every win. And I think I screwed up that line. It should have been with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. See? That sounds better. Go to betonline.ag. It's BetOnline. The game starts here. Before we get into headlines, I do want to mention that coming up next week, if you want some good Super Bowl coverage, I'm not going to be out there. I don't want to. I didn't get invited, so I'm going to say I don't want to go out there anyway. Unless I get the call again, like at the last minute, be like, so-and-so can't make it. Do you just want to go? Sure. Free trip? Sure. But until then, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But anyway, what you need to do is follow Mile High Sports. MHS Today is going to be out there. So Sean Drotar, Nate Lundy are going to be out there along with Anilo and Danny. They're going to be out there working their butts off. getting some interesting interviews. There's going to be a lot of Broncos wandering around, and it'll be nice to. They usually do a good job. I'm sure Brian Billick is going to be out there, and he's a guy that I know Nate loves to talk to and pick his brain on the Denver Broncos and what the Broncos have and Bo Nix and where he sees the team going. So go ahead and follow Mile High Sports, and it's going to be worth your while if you're really looking for some good sports coverage come Super Bowl week. But what we need to do right now, what we need to do is have some fun. Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
This is straight out of a movie, and I'd be curious if this is where the guy got the idea from. It's kind of, I kind of like it. I kind of like it, but then there's a lot of consequences on the horizon if you do something like this. A Malaysian man is offering people a chance to impress their girlfriends or wives with a one-of-a-kind villain for hire service. The man, identified as Shazil Saluman, nailed it. I'm pretty sure that's how he says it. Claims he can help the clients demonstrate their masculinity and leave a lasting impression on their partners. This is what he said on social media. Are you tired of your partner thinking you're weak? For a reasonable fee, I'll help you prove them wrong. Just tell me the time and place, and I'll show up to disturb your partner, giving you a chance to step in as the hero and take me down. Now, they put the price on there, and I did the online conversion. It's $22. That can't be right, but according to the Google machine, that's what it is. Would you do that? First of all, I don't think I've ever had an opportunity where my wife is just like, God, he is such a pussy. Maybe she does. Maybe she does that all the time. She's like, God damn it, he is a puss. And then I don't know. I look at this as, sorry, I got lost on something else. I was looking at the wall. Ooh, paint. I think this would be interesting because, yes, it could impress somebody you're dating or your wife. But let's be honest. The truth is always going to be there. Because you might do this and stand up for it. Let's say this scenario. You come over and you hire this villain guy, and he's like trying to, be a jerk to your girl, and then you step up and he whispers to you,
Someone punch me in the face.
then you punch him in the face. All that stuff goes down, and then you look like the hero. Then it happens again. But this time, it's not a paid for hire guy. It's somebody else. And then you get the shit kicked out of you. Why did you fight like you're a cat trapped in a bag? Or this could go back to where maybe she doesn't want you to be this over aggressive individual, depending on how you handle the situation. I just feel like, I could do that for you for free. Like, if you want me to go over there and then you just tell me off, yeah. Well, actually, no, I'll take $50. I'll go over there, interrupt him, and start calling you names, and then you just like push me away and be like, "Get out of here, you scum bucket!" All right, next time you come back, I got 2 words for you: thunder and lightning. Those are my fists. I'll punch you. I guess in a weird way there's probably some clientele for this guy. I just feel like that this has more of an opportunity to backfire. Right? Eventually, especially because this guy is now on social media and there's people like posting about it and all this stuff. Eventually, the everybody's going to be on the same page and be like, "Oh, this is that guy." And then she's going to find out that you had to pay somebody to make you look tough, yeah, that's a great look. That's a really good look, you dumbass. She's going to break up with you because you're that big of a pussy that you have to hire somebody that you need to try to manhandle, so he could just pretend that he's an aggressor, and then you have to defend her honor. Oh my God, this is a horrible idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I will go over to you if you want to pay me $50. I'll kick you in the dick, and then you can punch me in the face. How about that? We good? We good. I can't remember that I'm all spacey right now. Did I tell you I accidentally left part of the the stitches in my face? I got to go back and try to pull that out. Oops. That's what happens when my wife's out of town. I thought she was going to be in town, but she had a business trip. And then I'm like, shit, I don't want to go back to the doctor just to get 2 stitches removed. So I did it. And then I'm like, I think I got it. Then I looked again and I'm like, nope. No, I did not. So I got to use tweezers and yank that shit out. Anyway, the Gulf of Mexico is going to change its name on Google Maps to the Gulf of America. We knew this was going to happen. Before Google makes any changes to its maps, it awaits an update to the government database, Geographic Names Information System, part of the U.S. Geological Survey. I mean, it's officially going to happen. How many people are going to actually, obey that and call it the Gulf of America? It's so bizarre. Now, when asked about the Trump-induced name change, Mexico responded with this.
I'm not going to call him Dad.
Brennan, you're 39 years old. I would not expect you to call him Dad.
Well, I'm not going to, ever. Even if there's a fire.
So dumb. It's so weird. I just don't understand the point of it. Like, is it necessary? I don't think so. Is it the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world either that it changes. I guess Elon Musk wanted to change the English channel to I want to say it's the George Washington channel or something, or George Washington Waterway or whatever the fuck he wanted to call it. Like, Elon, just why don't you go sit down and tinker with your Tesla robots or whatever? Jesus, man. I want to change the name too. I was gonna say something about going to Germany and all this other stuff, but it's kind of hard to. I don't want to go down that. I'm just gonna say real quick. I get that he's autistic or whatever the fuck is up with Elon. That's what people are defending it. But like what he did, that you can't deny that looks like he's doing the Hail Hitler thingy, right? Whatever, okay? If anybody else did that, they'd be like, oh shit. If Tim Waltz came out and did that, people would be all over his ass. The Republican side. Now, it's just since Elon did that, and he leans obviously Republican, the Republicans have his back, but then all the Democrats are being like, it looks like he's saluting Hitler. Okay? If you didn't know who he was, if that was like you blurred out his face, and then you watch that, and the fact that he did it twice, you just be like, dude, what the fuck? Who does that shit? The hell? Have we not evolved as a society? And then you're like, oh no, that's Elon Musk. Oh, it's fine. He's a little whacked out, okay? he means no harm, hopefully. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I don't want to get into politics, but geez, if you just take a step back, can you not see what's on the wall? Holy crap. Be like, oh, it was an accident. Maybe it was an accident, and he's just like, this is my heart. Here, everybody, take a piece of it. Be like, nah, really? Really? Anyway, moving along. Moving along, folks. Everybody is fair game on this show. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. Speaking of Germany, Elon, a pair of German daredevils took a walk across a slackline suspended between two hot air balloons. That earned them the world record for their stroll. They were at an altitude of 8,202 feet. Oh my God, that's stupid. No. Not only did the balloon spin the entire time, one of the guys said, they also went up and down. At one point, they were walking kind of downhill. The next minute, uphill. The tension on the line was going up and down. No. Could you imagine? You know what happens if you fall, right? From that, listen, I have a crystal ball. I can look ahead in an alternate universe, and I can tell you what happens once you hit the ground.
In comes a meat wagon. Woo, woo, woo. And the medic gets out and says, "Oh my God."
Because you're going to be like that bug on the windshield, right? Only you're going to be on the ground, but you're still going to be splattered everywhere. I don't understand you daredevils. You do that stuff. That is wild to me. What is wrong with you? I'm sure that they were harnessed. They weren't like free, no support lines. If they did that, then wow, congratulations. Still even dumber. Holy shit. Oh, man, there is so much going on right now in the world. Let me play this sound and see if you can guess where we're going.
Skynet has become self-aware.
Yeah. AI. There's so much AI just all over the place right now. It's crazy. I woke up this morning because obviously leading up to today, Deepseek is the big name that's out there for AI. I got this message. It's another AI company that says it's surpassing Deepseek. The company out of China, I think it's Alibaba I think that's part of China or a group in China. They're releasing an artificial intelligence platform, like I said, that they claim surpasses Deepseek. We are in the middle of an AI war. The United States came out last week, and Trump was saying that we needed to be, on top of it, and that seemed like a legit thing. And then everybody else is like, haha, hold on, folks. We got some shit. Here's the crazy thing with Deepseek. So I was looking up. I was like, why is everybody kind of freaking out on it? It's allegedly, it's better, it's faster, and it's significantly cheaper to manufacture or build and to sustain. Whereas they're spending, I wanted to say it was like in the millions to build it and maintain it on an annual basis, even though it's only been around for like a year and a half. But to build it and to maintain it is hardly anything compared to, say, OpenAI. It's like in the billions. It's wild. So that's what's happening. They're surpassing ChatGPT. OpenAI is looking to respond with a new AI model in the next few weeks. They're putting the fire on it. So this is what's happening. Like I said, we're in the middle of AI wars. It's legit now. It's coming from all angles, and people are like, we got to step up our game. This is where shit gets crazy. This is where, people are either going to cut corners and miss something, and then the AI gets a little crazy. Okay? Just saying Terminator type shit, Skynet. Or, it just takes a gigantic, even bigger leap into things. Here's the thing, though. The AI wars that we're in the middle of now, is going to help the global economy probably with efficiency once things start getting dispersed out there. It's good. But it also means that AI is going to be involved in a lot of things. And going back to the fucking movies that we've been watching for years and years and years is once you have that global net of artificial intelligence, I mean, come on. There's a lot of fear in the middle of that, intertwined on that. I posted on Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it is. Are you concerned about where artificial intelligence is headed? As of right now, it's a simple yes or no. It's 23.9% to the 76.1%, and yes is leading the way. At first, it was sloped towards the no, and then all of a sudden, as this started getting pushed around on X, more and more people were voting, and everybody's leaning towards yes. Let's see. Bronco Tiz said Judgment Day is inevitable. Excuse me. Can't speak. My God. Dominic said, will we ever learn from Terminator? No, I don't think we will. It's funny. It's so fascinating that we make these movies where they point out the flaws, but yet we still go down that path. Listen, there's probably a good chunk of the companies out there that are involved in AI manufacturing and just building up a good software for AI that will handle it properly. There's a good chance that, like I said, the majority of those companies are going to be responsible. But the problem is, it doesn't matter if it's 5%, 1%, or just one fucking company that goes rogue and does it maliciously. That's all it takes. And boom, we're in the Matrix. Shit's crazy. You got Neo over there trying to break it down. You got, Arnold Schwarzenegger over there, coming back to kill John Connor or whatever the fuck is happening. I don't remember. It's a weird time to think about all this stuff. That AI is, I have a feeling in the next, by probably March or April, we're going to have another stepping stone that we're going to be jumping to when it comes to AI that is going to blow everybody away. The Deepseek, now the United States government is saying is don't download it because one, it's the number one downloaded app in all the app stores. But two, they're saying that there's potential spyware on there. Where have we heard that before? With TikTok. Maybe they want to buy it. Maybe that's what's going on. Oh, then if they buy it, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's pretty freaking crazy. It's hard not to sit there and let your mind wander on what AI can dip its fingers into, essentially, and how it can manipulate the world. It can manipulate it in positive ways, but it could also influence things negatively. We are in a bizarre time. I just brought it up, last week? What will happen to human society when we have no more jobs because AI is essentially doing them for us? How does that work? How can we have a functioning society if there's no place for its people? That's a bizarre thing to think about. But if you continue to go down the path of evolution of artificial intelligence, that's where it's leading, right, guys? We have robots that are being built and integrated with artificial intelligence to replace people on manufacturing jobs and restaurant jobs and other jobs, construction, so many other things. AI is replacing sales reps, customer service reps. Eventually, doctors, that's happening. Eventually, where do we fit as individuals? How do we justify our existence as far as how can I support my family if I don't have a job? Who's going to be supporting? Who's going to allow me to have the funds to get food for myself and my family? It's a weird thing to think about. And I know a lot of people aren't thinking about that far ahead. I don't know what the timeline is to where we get to that point. But if you stop, take a step back and go, well, where is this road leading? That's where it's leading, guys. I don't feel like I'm going out on a weird flimsy limb on this. That's where AI's going, is to replace all the jobs. It's mind-blowing. And we're just sitting back letting it happen because it can help us write reports a little easier. It can write speeches for us. It can, balance my budget a lot quicker. It could do a lot of things for me. And these are the beginning stages of it. It's weird. It's fascinating that we're in the middle of this, but it's also kind of scary. It kind of is. Everybody's going to die at the hands of AI. Oh, shit. By the way, so I was looking up the best Terminator lines out there. You probably have them in your head already. There's, I'll be back. Your clothes, give them to me now. I don't think he says that line as aggressively as what I do. Your clothes, give them to me now. I want to see your naked body. Come on, come here, give it to me. Hasta la vista, baby. I am not good at Arnold today. Come with me if you want to live. Now, I believe John Connor says that at one point too, but I think Arnold says it at one point as well. It's also kind of funny when you think about, like, if Terminator, obviously Arnold has that iconic delivery, iconic voice when he's saying these lines like, I'll be back, whatever he says, however he says it, right? Your clothes, give them to me now. But if he was like more flamboyant and, just, willy-nilly type out there and just be like, hey, I'll be back. Or, hasta la vista, baby. That would be funny. Come with me if you want to live. Your clothes, give them to me now. Ooh, I almost went into Mama Duff. Hi, honey. I'll be back. Hasta la vista, baby. Come with me if you want to live. Your clothes, give them to me now. Oh, Arnold. Arnold, you are a treasure. Your voice is perfect for the Terminator lines. It's so stupid. But yeah, you let me know your thoughts. Let me see if the polls changed at all. It's probably roughly the same. Yeah, I mean, it's right now it's 75 to 25% in favor of yes, that you're concerned about the pathway of artificial intelligence. I'll keep that up. That has like another 21 hours left on X if you want to check it out at the Huff Podcast. Maybe you want to vote on it, or you can even comment on it even after the poll ends. But it's very interesting to think about. If you're a no person, I would like to hear your side of it. Why do you think that? Why aren't you worried about artificial intelligence? Because you're just looking at it as, well, it's only going to be used to help society. That's adorable that you think that. So let me know. Do you think anybody that is in the yes category is just a panicker? I would like to hear your voice. listen, maybe you can articulate it in a way where I can go, okay, yeah, okay, you've calmed my nerves. I'm fine with that. Let me know. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on my socials. You can slide into my DM if you want. Maybe you want to just do a video and put it into my DM, and then I can either play it on the show or whatever. But if it's easier for you to do it that way, I would just like to hear your side of it. I just don't understand why you wouldn't be concerned with the path of artificial intelligence, unless you're invested in the sex robot industry. There we go. That makes sense. It makes sense. Don't you fuck with that industry. I got my sweet Caroline sex doll that is getting upgraded with AI so she could jerk me off and tell me about the weather outside. Ooh, baby, you are so hard and large. Today's weather's gonna be nice and breezy. That's so dumb. So dumb. So dumb. Speaking of dumb, it's not really dumb, but let's jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls. No, it's not an invitation to a Diddy party.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
I may have witnessed the most creepy, cringe-worthy individual in my life. Now, if you're listening to this program, it's still going to be cringeworthy. If you're watching this, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you're unable to watch this whole thing, I do have this video that we're talking about posted on my Facebook page as well as my Twitter @DeHuff Podcast. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars' new head coach, Liam Cohen. The motherfucker frightens me so bad. Here's him. I didn't go through the entire press conference. I just got that very last clip where he's trying to be cool and talk about he's doing the Duval thing, the Duval chant, right? But he says it's so fucking creepy. One, audibly, and two, visually.
Jacksonville, the community. Duval.
Oh my God. Creepy as fuck. His face. I hate to bag on somebody for their looks because clearly I'm not somebody that should be casting, throwing stones. But there's a writer slash cast member on SNL, the redheaded guy. He's pretty funny. If he doesn't play this guy in a skit, I'll be disappointed. They look like they're related. The dude has like the creepy freaking look on his face, and I hate to judge people by their looks, but man, you have that, but then just him coming out and saying this.
Jacksonville, the community. Duval.
He just it's that teacher in school or the parent that's trying way too hard to be cool. That's this guy. It's that guy. Oh my God. I posted that, like I said, on Twitter. Queen Roxanne wrote, "Those eyebrows, man. How does one even do that? I don't want to hear this cornball again." Here/C. Holy shit. J.R. Slick wrote in, "But is he more cringe than the Bundleruski boy?" Okay, I know what you're asking for. You want me to play the Bundleruski. I deleted that from my system because it drives me so freaking nutty. I had to get rid of it. I had to burn it. There was a big ceremony in the backyard, and I threw the data that was essentially nothing into a fire bin. It was a very magical moment. I refused to play the Bundleruski. I'm Andy Reid. Bleh. Gross. Ugh. Dude, this guy. I feel bad for the Jaguar fans out there. All 10 of you. You guys are going to need a support group after this because this guy gives off the vibes that they're going winless this next season. It's not going to be a good season for the Jaguars. Does not feel right. Does not feel right. That's a guy that like you walk into a packed bus. There's one seat available. It's next to him, and you're like, I'll just stand. Okay? But sir, you have a broken leg. I don't care. I'm standing. Oh, God. Total creep vibe. He's probably a good dude. He probably is. I just like to judge people by their looks in so many other things. I'm a judgy little bitch. That's me. That's me. Fucking weird.
Jacksonville. The community. Duval.
So wrong. So wrong. I feel dirty. Got to go take a shower and rock back and forth in the corner. Be like, make him stop. So fucking weird. Anyway. Hey, if you want to join the show like Queen Roxanne did, Queen Roxanne, you're welcome, Roxanne, for keeping the queen in there, as well as JR Slick. You can always hit me up on my socials at DeHuff Podcast or DeHuff Podcast at gmail.com as well. I got to go pull this thing out of my head. I feel like it's screwing me up. I keep looking at myself and I'll be like, it's there. Got to yank it out before it gets trapped in there. Then I get a big old infection thing on the side of my face. That might help. It might help if I have just like a Quasimodo like hump on the side of my face. What's up with Duff? Does he have a co-host? No. That's just his face. He's quite ugly these days. Even more so than before. Interesting. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining the show. Have a fantastic day. Hopefully you laughed a little bit in this episode. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like button as well as a subscribe button. Big thanks to Bet Online. Go check them out. betonline.ag. I am like tripping all over my words. I am. But I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.